Hi everybody, so this is going to be a behind horoscope. Hope you're well and taking care of your family and enjoying this full moon where things are showing up. So there's an energy that you can't nurture anymore. That's not you. Okay? So face that and let it go. What will happen is you will start questioning things right now here, whether to move on or not. There could be some complications as well. You got the instability of the balance card. So finding some balance, feeling unstable about moving on from a situation. There's interference. So you are kind of knowing you need to align, okay, and know you are top shelf, right, with the light card. You have the hope, the peace, okay, to give to yourself, to give to the world. So knowing your top shelf is going to be key. We have to stay in the flow, right? This is your financial, which is number one. You need to get your finances in order for this, and it has to do with how you're talking. Something with your throat. Somebody's closed throat is shut. There's chakras all messed up here. Their financial or sexual needs, and then there's the throat of expression, right? Internal conflicts. I said that in the last reading. Because it's a spiritual union here that somebody, there's a twin energy. I'm just saying there's something along the lines of that. And then you know, because you're intuitive, you have the 6. And it could have been going on for 6 years. You could know the person either 6 years or 5 years. Because we have 2 6s. Oh yeah, and 2 5s. So you kind of left it at the 5 year mark. You were defeated by something, the person or the situation. All right, you kind of gave up. This is saying right here, even though you have interference, the stagnant energy is over. You need to make some positive changes. All right. So you can't nook and cranny every moment on a hamster wheel where you have to try and figure everything out and continue to convince yourself to stay where you're at, or to stay with a person, or to stay in a location. You can't keep convincing yourself. There's something that you need to change, and know that you're a top shelf person. Sure, we want order as humans, but if it's fucking with our environment and our chi, or surrounding people, our job, it's just a funk. This is saying you need to get out of the stagnant energy. 2 of Wands. Balance and fear of the unknown is what you're having. So you can't stay safe anymore. This moon, full moon we just had in Scorpio says no. You need to get out of that safety. Okay? It's comfort, and comfort's not always good. Right? You have to be uncomfortable. Yeah, you need to know what is worth it. Okay? And not let it fuck with you again. Something keeps coming around again and again. And it looks like, I don't know, positive movement forward is going to be your key here. You have the card with the number 8. You need to take some movement towards the light. I don't know how, what is that exactly? We'll clarify that with the psychic, with the John Holland, but let me continue. Don't look back. See? Don't look back. You need to look up. This has a lot to do with not being lazy as well right now. Right? We have the error card here, thinking too much, not being lazy, sitting on the couch. All right? This is about the law. So there's some justice. I think this has to do with you taking Something is not just and fair in a situation. Something's causing you to have mental issues, but you're having a breakthrough, you know? It could have been serious conflict from the past 5 years. With the Two of Cups, this very unstable, unhealthy situation. Time to collaborate. There's somebody that could be coming in that's willing to collaborate with you. Maybe you don't like this person. Or this person that wants to collaborate with you is your twin, and or you have another person. I think you do. You have the Knight up. You have a Knight two-headed serpent here. Let's read that for you. Let's read the Knight two-headed serpent. Okay, this card is, you got to get resourceful. You need to have an unstoppable approach. You're having a breakthrough. You're going to. If you haven't, you're going to. This is talking about having enthusiasm. You might be having a spiritual aha moment, or, you know, get into a religion, right, of some sort, whether it's Buddhism or getting into a community. Let me see. So you did have the Knight of Pentacles here. So you had two knights that are in reverse. Someone's bored, stuck in a routine, and restless. Okay, that's the laziness. That person could have been lazy if you were with a person. This can also say you as a person, if you do wait, you won't go anywhere. If you want to be safe, you can't be safe before you jump. If you do, you won't go anywhere. This has a lot to do with personal lives and how they need to expand. You can't stay safe. Lying to yourself. Oh, let me stay here. You know, you're not doing justice to yourself or other people. And if not, this could be the other person who wanted to stay comfortable. And then you ask, right, why life sucks. See, all the planets are direct, okay? So focus on who and what and take the initiative to doing that. Seeing that universe is doing the work, okay? See the universe doing the work with you. Boundaries and values. What works with your life, okay? What's helping you expand, okay? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Got air and fire here. Last year was the test, okay? 2025 was the test. And after this is it. This is the new of everything. So you're kind of want things to stay the same, but at the same time you want change. What has revealed to you that needs to close off with who you are not? If you are hanging around energy that doesn't make you feel good inside, or who you truly could be, or who you want to be, this is the comfort world that you need to abandon. And maybe you're having abandonment issues of the values, of your own values. Self, betraying self. Let's see. Yeah, the stagnant energy is over. So something is, you can't let this environment mess with you anymore. You can't stay in comfort lazy ass where, you know, you're putting value in yourself. Where are you putting that? Taurus and Scorpio, are you feeling desperate right now? You're feeling desperate for change, but not knowing what to do. Can't do shit about it unless you show up for yourself. You can't keep yourself at a low bar. You're having interference of mental error. There's harmony here. Harmony, I'm going to clarify harmony for you, but there's shadow work. So because of Scorpio moon yesterday, shadow works, the dark, gross stuff, messy stuff, the stuff we hate about ourselves, areas where we're not confident. The key here is to know your high value and your worth with where you're valuing. You're keeping yourself low, you know, and this is your worth this, but live this worth of your values, then nothing will change. So your values are not aligning with your worth, right? You can't keep yourself at a low bar. You're worth what your values are, and you know you're valuable. And you're kind of living this mediocre life in a comfort zone of laziness. Oh boy. Opportunities are not to hesitate right now and say, oh yeah, we did that in the last planet, so this is now not the time. This is the time to start new. And it's also about obsession, right? Obsession and Pluto. Where is my future going? Where? You know, this is more of what's going to align with you. Who cares about where the future is going? Let the universe handle itself for you, right? While you take the initiative. This is the time for your action to move. Positive movement forward. So, this is also where air and fire, earth and water, and the full moon and the fixed energies, wants, desires, with the number 1 here, the base chakra, right? Wants, desires, values. We needs, wants, need to be in front of you. What are they? Blank. The person, place, or thing. What is the focus? Like for me, it's school, money, you know, work, yoga, you know, read certain books, right? There's hang out with family. You need to like focus on where is that at? What's aligning with you, and how can you take that action to move it forward? So somebody unconsciously could be holding themselves back, or you could be holding yourselves back with this comfort zone here. You're very magnetic at this time, though. You have the 2 Stone of Age. Let's read it. You got the 2 Stone of Age, so this is about creativity. Okay, you got a friend. You got somebody who's mirroring you. You have compatibility with several different things right going on. Alright, intense personality works best in short-term relationships. This could be with somebody that you have known that does this. They come around and then they go back and then they come around and assist. Wonderful changes happening, okay? If you do also get this card as well. So it means you're not taking that cycle again, which I hope not. Staying back in your comfort zone. These are opportunities that you may have already taken. This is a very powerful squaring Mars to Jupiter. Very powerful right now. All right. You're going to have thoughts on how to align and where to take action going forward. Something could be telling you, your mind could be telling you you have to stay in something that doesn't align with you anymore, or to be that narrative or that person or that place where you think nothing will ever change or happen the way you want it. Or ask yourself, what are you bonding to? You're going to feel, there's a feeling that's from this moon in Scorpio that's new, right? And you're going to have all these thoughts. That's why the mental card's there. This is also a time based on abandonment, right? Self-betraying self. I'm going to read the, this is the dirty work, the shadow energy 18. the dark side you don't like about yourself. You could be going through a dark period as well. You're trying to find the light. Canary Bird says, sing your own song though. So if you're not singing that song, you need to find some grace and gratitude to do that. Because you have to collaborate. You need to collaborate with somebody. The Emperor you don't want to collaborate with somebody who's a leader or authority figure. You really don't. Maybe you have to. Maybe you don't have a choice. Maybe it's conditional. You know, what is it? There's conditions on the relationship. You have to meet some kind of a exchange. There's a power need for control. Somebody has more finances than over you or the other person, or an emperor was really, not a good person. They played games with your head games, caused mental issues. Money's an issue here though. You're having fear and worry in your finances. Why are you in conflict and defeat? So you felt defeated. So you didn't speak your truth, or the other person didn't, with the number 5. So you decided to move on, and it could have left you in a better place financially, and then it got you back to square one. And now it's like you're picking up the pieces. With the 2 and the 5, you're magnetic, but you're having fear and worry. Let's see the 2 of Wands here. 4 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you're contemplating right now. Yeah. Okay, you're in contemplation here. You need to consider something. Something that's not working for you anymore. You need to take into account there's a 2 of Cups that did not happen or is not happening, and you're stuck. You could be staying safe here and not doing yourself the favor of creating boundaries and values, what works for you in your life, what is not aligning with you anymore, right? You're hanging around that energy or people that doesn't make you feel inside you could be truly who you are. So, you're in comfort world. That's what I get. Okay, let's see, moving on. You're going to go on a journey, and this could be 8 days, 8 weeks. Positive movement forward, or you need to. Difficult cycle in your life is an end. You need to travel. You need to take a trip. You need to cross some water. You actually learned a lot from this past experience. You're stronger. Now you can set goals, desires, and objectives more positively. But because your mind is settled, it could be that your mind's more worried about what's going to happen next. And that's where this, if I decide to move, I don't want to hurt that person's feelings. Or, I don't want to stay in the stagnant energy anymore. But if I do this and try to convince myself to stay, then that's low control. That's like the low dominating energy, right? That saying, even though it's not working for you, it's like you need to know what's worth it and what's not. You can't nurture energy that's not you. Yes, you're going to start questioning things and complications, but like I said, let's continue. We're going to close it off here. Just kind of channeling in here. Let's look at 18. There's some struggles between 18 and number 6. So shadow work between, if this person here, you wanted harmony. This person, there could be a person that wants to be with you. That's a kind of like a replacement. All right. But I don't think you like this person or you're attracted to them. I think you're looking for harmony in a situation. You want to be with a person. You want harmony with a person. But I don't think it's with a person prior. Like, I don't think it is with a person. I think especially for May, the 4th of May, ambiguity, right? This person could be right for you, and then also this person could be wrong for you. So this is a be real careful in the next today or tomorrow, because there's somebody that you know that you're supposed to be with the spiritual union. Let's see real fast, because it gets. This is about an emotional bond you have. Yeah, you got a kindred friend with you that's willing to collaborate, which is awesome. Perfect time to realize that all your relationships are really about you. So how you treat other people, how you treat yourself. Notice when you interact with people, how do they make you feel, right? This could be a spiritual union for you to have harmony in a situation. Maybe you guys are just friends. Maybe that's just what it is, right? And you just need to stay friends for a while. I think there has to be some kind of legal issue that's going to happen that you need to do, and I think that's what scares you, because you're going to have to use your voice, because it has to do with finances. If it's moving on from a relationship, there's some shadow work that you're still working on, whether this is habits, goals, changing how you want to be seen, right? Now, it doesn't look like someone has respected you in the past. I'll give you that. Maybe if 2 people. Turkey vulture is like taking the goddamn trash out. Somebody took the trash out on their own, okay? You just kind of left them on their own to deal with their own shadows. That also could be it. But let's see what 18 for shadow says. Just a minute. All right, so shadow. You need to take action. The time is now. Whatever you need to do, you need to face your fears, go into the damn shadows, and say, you know what, I am not going to stay where I'm at in this environment surrounding me that's so stagnant, and I'm in a comfort zone, even though it's financially great and stable and I'm doing awesome. Maybe you're not really happy. And I think you're questioning where your values lie with your worth, right? And determining where are these boundaries at? TV shuts off at a certain time. I mean, are you living with a person? I mean, these things, right? Like, what's working for you and what's not? Are they annoying? Are they getting in your way? Is it causing interference in your environment and surroundings? That's causing this, you know? That caused you to have a standstill and stay in stagnant safe mode for too long. You need to realize that there's light at the end of the tunnel here. You can't deny your past, and you need to let your tears go and fall, right? If you need to let them fall down, this would be now. This is Scorpio moon energy of letting things die, transform, the end, cleanse. Maybe you need to cleanse right now, detox, wash clothes, wash away and clear out, get organized with, you know, narrowing down, throwing stuff out. Things that you've avoided or ignored or pushed aside is going to come up, okay? I hope you have a happy chill pill or get some serious THC. Because if you're literally a psychic, this is a quite intense period. Learn to open up. Yeah, if your body's going to be talking to you right now. Remember that you're in control of how high or low you want the reception to be. So you can talk yourself down. You know, I am confident. I am doing well. Positive affirmations. Everything is, you know, that's going to be helpful. This is horrible if you have to stay somewhere, you know, that you can't be yourself. Or no, it's not really who that job is for you, etc., right? You can't really be yourself at the job. You're just going in. You're not really finding much value there. Or or with a person, you kind of feel like You can't be who you want to be. All right, find out what it is you need to move away from. I think this is a contemplation card. Really think hard. Remember, after a full moon, you can't make decisions at all. So, and like they say, don't pick your meal up at night. Sleep on it, okay? Nothing's going to change overnight right away. The goal here is for you to understand that something is keeping you in terms of you being your magnetic self. Maybe you're digging deep in your shadows. You need to voice yourself and say something that you have boundaries and this is how you want to live versus living under somebody else's roof or meeting some kind of expectations, legalities with a person that you need to say something like, you're not the right person for me. I'd rather be with this person to collaborate with. Let's see. Let's read number 6. All right. So you see now what's going on. You're able to see clearly. Your thinking is getting in the way, and a little bit. Not much, but you're having a triumph, a breakthrough, and you know what you got to do. You just got to do it. I think you're going to the right person. I think you're going to go to the right person this time. I think you're realizing it's not about the finances. I think you're realizing what makes you happy, what is worth valuing at this time. Who's giving you that feeling of joy. You need to balance your third eye, walking, breath work, yoga, tai chi. Balance your union and harmony with yourself first, because your thinking could be distracting you of the what ifs. What if this happens? I think that's what's going on. That's what I have for you. Hope this helped. Have a good night.